Did you know that the tech company Asurion conducted an experiment and found that the average American looks at their phone 80 times a day? Although we're not Americans, I think it's safe to say that phones aren't going away anytime soon. Just a show of hands, how many people in this room have a phone? To go further, how many people have a phone on them right now? So with that, I would like to ask you, what do you think the smartphone will turn into next? A sleek, old-screen design, a foldable display. Well, that is for the simple-minded, mundane who barely try to scratch the surface. Now, for those adventurous souls, come dive into the world of code, cameras, and any other phone-related item that starts with C. This doesn't start with C, but it is an A+ idea. Well, really, it's an A idea because it starts with an A. This idea is augmented reality. Augmented reality, also known as AR, is when the digital items are overlaid onto the real world. This works with most new phones, tablets, although the real aim of AR is for something like a pair of glasses, to change the world around you in the form of something like a pair of glasses. Can you imagine waking up in bed in a white room and just thinking, I'm really feeling the colour brown today. So you whip on a seemingly normal pair of glasses and issue a few commands and then suddenly start having caramel brown walls. The only problem with this is that you need a way to input commands. Otherwise, it practically is a normal pair of glasses. You could have a touch-sensitive panel on something like a ring, but the way I see it going leads me perfectly into my next idea, voice control. Voice control is pretty self-explanatory. You say something and something does what you ask. So instead of talking about how it works, I'm going to focus on the application of it. I believe that voice commands will be the way of the future and how to control AR. I mean, currently there are devices such as Google Home and Amazon Alexa that rely entirely on voice, with the exception of volume controls and the startup. Don't believe me? A Google Home even helped me write this speech. Don't believe me? Just listen.
Okay, Google, what are some synonyms for awesome?
Use some synonyms for awesome. Breathtaking, amazing, stunning.
Isn't that amazing? A virtual assistant doing its job and, well, assisting me with my current empty brain. The next step is to advance the system so much it can hold normal conversations. Now, don't get me wrong, I am partially concerned about people listening in on my conversations, but with a few improvements to security, I think it would be perfect. Another way I think it could be implemented is in security. Now, I'm sure you guys know about fingerprint sensors and facial recognition, but I think the next big step is voice recognition. This would work by you saying a word and then it listens and tries to match it. Now, there is a potential flaw in the system, and that is that recordings being able to unlock your device. But I think I have a solution, and it goes by the name machine learning. Basic machine learning is when machines look at your past data and try to predict your future. For example, let's just say you love music and judge it on the amount of bass and tempo. So, you like songs with a higher amount of bass and a faster tempo, but you dislike songs that have a lower amount of bass and a slower tempo. With just using machine learning, we can guess that if a song has a higher amount of bass and a faster tempo, you will like it. So, let's just say there's song A. It has a high tempo and a high amount of bass. So we can pretty accurately find out that the person, you will like the song. Okay, now there's another song. It's called Song B. Song B has a medium amount of bass and a medium fast tempo. Just judge, this doesn't fit into any of the categories, but if we draw a circle around it, we can see, oh, that's a terrible circle. We can see that one green falls into it, but only half of a red falls into it. So we can judge and try and say that you will like the song. This could be implemented on voice unlocking by listening to the recording over and over, creating a map of every recording, combining them together, and comparing it to the voice trying to unlock the device. Actually, this could be implemented on everything I've talked about, improving the accuracy. Just before I wrap up this speech, I would like to give you one more proposition: air controls. This could be used in every aspect of your life, from remotely controlling your toaster to typing on a computer. I mean, this isn't really as unrealistic as you might think. All you would need is to make two super precise trackers that could fit into something like the size of a ring. So to finish, I would like to leave you thinking. In 20 or even 30 years, what do you want to replace this type of glass in your pocket? Thank you.